An illustrative wiring diagram of the condenser fan motor connected with the capacitor, with the contactor, etc. The condenser fan motor normally has 3 wires or either a 4 wire system, which actually we have the common, start, and run. So we have to have the incoming voltage to make this work. So the incoming voltage comes from the quick disconnect, feeds the bottom of the contactor here. Let's just hypothetically say 120, 120, 120, 120 would equal 240. This voltage here would stop at this point unless this contactor was pulled in by the low voltage. In that case, then if all things being equal and providing it's working well, then we have voltage from this side. So now we've got voltage jumped here. So how do we get the fan motor working? We which is outside in the condenser and feeding. So we come here. In the earlier video, we said on the contactor, we called this the just for hypothetically C and R, common and run. And the run can actually be confusing with the common on the capacitor. So there's a little bit of mix up. So one sometimes has to kind of remove the clutter from their brain and think a little bit outside of the box. But in this case, we'll just hypothetically say C and R, common and run. So we have 3 wires. We'll run one, we'll call this wire the common. We run it to one side. So we pick up 120 here. We need 240 for this voltage to work. So we have the run wire. We connect the run wire here to this side. So now we have the run wire here. So we have one more wire remaining, the brown wire. So now the brown wire, we go over here to the capacitor, to the fan side, and connect it to the fan side. So we're lacking a wire here, but we could actually put a wire here and jumper it to the common side, or probably vice versa. But we could take this wire, which is not here, behind here on this contactor. There's a prong, and then hook it up to the common side here. So the run may go to the common side here. So again, let's reiterate. Now this wire is actually missing. So, but this would go to from here to here, and so let's just hypothetically say, okay, we come in here, we say C and R, common. We'll hypothetically say this is the C wire. We've hooked up here. We pulled there. Run. We pulled a run here. Okay, now we have a different wire which doesn't exist, but we take this run side and put it over here on the common, a jumper wire on the common on the capacitor. That's where it can get confusing because it's a little bit different, because remember this was the common here, but we're going to run the run over here to the common. So we need another wire, which is not present at this point because I don't have one. But okay, now the start winding, we will run it over to the capacitor. Remember, on the capacitor we have the common, fan, and the herm. The hermetic being simply the compressor. So we take the start winding, the third wire, and put it over here on the fan, on the capacitor.